I'm sorry, what was the question?
Nothing. Yatpad sangshrayah suta munayah prashamayanaah sadyah punantyupasprushtaah swardhunyaaponusevaya. Hey Suta, Shaunaka Rishi is there, continuing to speak to Suta Goswami. Actually, what does the word Suta literally mean? Because when we say Prasuta, Prasuta is the act of giving birth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Prasuta, we say Prasava, Prasuta.
Suta is son, right?
So Prasuta means this, born, procreated, and all. What would Suta mean? Suta also means the same in one sense.
Romaharshana Sutta, the son of Romaharshana.
Yeah, that's something.
But there are so many meanings of Suta in that dictionary.
Yes, it's different things.
Yeah.
So, O Suta Goswami, Yat Pad Sangshraya, Sangshraya Ashraya, Yat Yasya Bhagavatah Padau Sangshrayau Yesham Te Bhagavat Pad Padmashritah. Those for whom Te Yesham, those for whom the those for whom the feet of the Lord is the shelter. The feet of the Lord is the shelter. They are Bhagavat Pad Padmashrita, which means those who have taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. Ataeva, and because they have taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, therefore Prashamayanaha Prashamaha Prakrishta Bhagavan Nishtata Eva Ayanam Vartma Ashraya Va Yesham Te Bhagavan Nishtha Parayana. Those for whom determination in the Lord, sorry, Prakrishta Nishtha. So Prakrishta would be all inclusive, special.
It's the first one. Protracted.
What's that?
Uttamam, Mukhyam, Pramukham.
Main.
So those for whom, how would you say? Okay, exclusive is the right word here. Exclusive determination in the Lord is the only Vartma, is the only path, or is the only shelter. Those for whom exclusive Nishtha in the Lord is the only path, or the refuge. They are Bhagavan Nishtha Parayana. I'm saying literally, that's why it must sound little weird. But in simple words, it's Bhagavan Nishtha Parayana. Those who are determined in God, in Krishna, in Bhagavan.
So all of this is the definition of Prashamayana?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Basically, technically, it is known as Samasa Vakya.
Mm.
Yes, like we have Sandhi and we have Sandhi Vichhed when we split the Sandhi. Similarly, we have Samasas, the compounds, and when we split the compounds, so that technically is known as Samasa Vakya.
What is a compound? A word?
Compound is a samasa. When we join two or more words together in one word.
Okay.
Munayaha.
So then the Prashama is the part that is defined by Prakrishta.
Prashama is defined by these two words.
Prakrishta Bhagavan Nishtata.
Yeah, Prakrishta defines the word pra, the prefix pra, and Shama defines the word Bhagavan Nishtata. And Ayana here is defined by this Ayanam, which is Vartma or Ashraya.
What was Ayanam? Sorry.
Ayanam is path.
Oh yeah.
I thought
Ay-
Vartma was path. Ayana was refuge.
Ayanam is a path. So Ayanam,
Oh.
Vartma is a synonym for Ayanam.
Oh, I see.
And optionally, it also says Ashraya as Ayanam, and Ashraya is the refuge. So.
And why does the word Ayanam and then Vartma, like path or way? Path?
It's like
the
explaining.
gloss.
It's so Munayaha Shri Shukadayaha Upasprishtaha Sannidhi Matrena Sevitaha. So when such Munis, Shukdev Goswami, Narad Muni and so on, who have taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord and who are determined solely in the Lord, when they are served Sevita, just by being in their close proximity, so to say, Sannidhi Matrena, then Sadhya Darshanat Eva Tat Kshanat. Darshanat Eva Tat Kshanat. Then Sadhya, only by their darshanas, just by seeing them, Tat Kshanat, immediately, instantly, what happens is Punanti Pavitri Kurvanti. We become purified. So this was when we come in contact with the sages, and just by seeing them, not even touching them, just by seeing them, we get purified instantly. Apitu, whereas Swardhunyapaha, Swardhuni refers to Ganga, Tasya Apaha is equal to Jalam. So Swardhunyapa refers to the waters of the river Ganga. So Anusevaya, Sparshan Avagahana Adi Sakshat Sevabhyasena Eva. Whereas when we come in contact with the waters of river Ganga in the form of touching the water or in the form of diving deep into the water, like bathing in the waters. Which
so
means
is Gahan is the diving deep?
Avagahana.
Avagahan.
Avagahana. Sparshana is one kriya, one word, Sparshana, and Avagahana is another. Adi Sakshat Seva. So we have to do Sakshat Seva. In case of the Rishis, the sages, it's just said Darshanat. No Sakshat Seva there. But here we have to do Sakshat Seva, then only we become Punanti. Then only we become purified, and that too, Vilambena. That also it takes times. Natu Sadhya.
What's Bilambena?
Vilambena means in a long time.
And what's Sakshat Seva to Ganga? What type of Seva?
Yeah, Sparshan and Avagahana, touching
Oh,
the
like
water.
touching, merging, that's Sakshat Seva. Okay.
Yeah, Sakshat Seva means coming, direct contact,
Yeah, okay.
you know.
Okay, Seva is not service, it's contact in this case.
Yeah. So, in case of the sages, when we are serving them, just by having darshan of them, we get purified immediately. But in case of river Ganga, when we are serving, in coming direct contact with river Ganga, uh, either we touch the water as we do Achman, or we dive deep into it and bathe ourselves. So we become purified, but that too vilambena natu sadhya. It takes time. It doesn't purify us instantly. So, this is the meaning.
So the
Hmm?
upas. So there is punantyupas.
Yeah, upasprishta is here.
Oh, upasprishta. Okay.
Okay. So basically, the rishis, they are glorifying the mahatmya of sadhu sangha. Yes. को वा भगवतस्तस्य पुण्य श्लोकेद्य कर्मणः शुद्धि कामो न शृणुयात् यशः कलिमलापहम् तस्य पुण्य श्लोकेद्य कर्मणः. Okay. Okay, we'll read the whole thing first of all. Tasya punya shlokedya karmanaha bhagavataha kalimalapaham yashaha shuddhi kamaha kah va na shrunuyat. Of him who is known as punya shlokedya karmanaha, which means punya shlokaihi pavitra charitaihi idyani stavaniyaनि yasya karmani tasya urukramasya. One whose karma, one whose acts are glorified, stavaniyani, by punya shlokai, pavitra charite, by pavitra charita would mean, or let's say by uttama shlokai, by selected verses. So one who is known as Urukrama, who performs mighty acts, mighty pastimes, whose activities are glorified by the selected verses, the selected and the sanctified verses. Such Bhagwan, of such Bhagwan, Kali Malapaham Yashaha, Kali Kalush Nashanam, Sansara Dukha Upashamanam Va Yashah Charitam. So,
Wait. So Idya was what? Idyani was the verses?
no. Verses is Shlokai.
Oh, right. Okay.
Idyani is equal to Stavaniyani. So Stavaniyani is glorified.
Okay, so that was defined there.
Pavitra Charatyahi means what?
Pavitra is sanctified. Charita could mean a lot of things. Charita basically mean character.
Of purified character.
But in this case, actually, because you raised it, so we'll discuss it. Charita means behavior, act. So Punya Shlokai, Pavitra Charitai, although it's a synonym, we can take it in two meanings. One is that the Lord who is glorified through Punya shlokas, the selected shlokas, the sanctified shlokas, or if we take the meaning of Charita as behavior, act. So then the second meaning would be the Lord who is glorified by those devotees whose nature, whose code of conduct, whose behavior is pavitra, is pure. So that's how we can have two meanings. And both are right. Okay, Prabhuji?
Yes, thank you.
So such Bhagwan, he possesses a yasha. He himself possesses a charitam, a character. A character or yasha means fame, anything out of them, which has the capacity to destroy the Kali Kalusha. The Kalusha would mean the impurities of Kali Yuga, and it also has the capacity to upashamanam, to mitigate the miseries which are given by this sansara, this world. Sansara dukha upashamanam. So now, who is that person, kaha, who is shuddhi kamaha, atma shodhanarthi, who is desirous of purifying himself. Atma means himself, one's own. Shodhana means purification, and arthi means who is desirous of. So one who is desirous of purifying his own existence, his own self. So who is such a person? Kahava na shrunayat, who will not hear such yasha of the Lord. It means sarve mangala arthinaha eva shrinayuhu iti artha, that everyone desiring auspiciousness in the life will surely hear it. This is the meaning. Okay.
Shri needs to hear and read Tyaryaha.
What is that?
The last word. What is the meaning?
Ityartha is at the end of every anvaya. This is the meaning.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
Okay. So
Okay.
text 17. Tasya karmanyudarani parigitani suribhi bruhinah shraddhananam leelaya dadhatah kalaha. Shraddhananam shraddhavatam nah asmakam लीलया विलास इच्छया कला अंश पुरुष गुणावतारान दधतः धारयतः तस्य स्वयं भगवतः श्री कृष्णस्य सूर्यैः नारदादिभिः परिगीतानि संकीर्तितानि उदाराणि महान्ति कर्माणि ब्रूहि वर्णय. So now, Shaunaka the rishis, they are saying that Lord Shri Krishna is the one who accepts dharayataha, dadataha, who accepts, who assumes various kalas, which are the Ansha avatars, the Purusha avatars, and the Guna avatars. He assumes various kinds of Ansha avatars, Purusha avatars, and Guna avatars with a desire to enjoy Vilasa Ichchaya, with a desire to enjoy various kinds of pastimes, manifold pastimes. And tasya suribhi parigitani udarani karmani. And the suribhi, the Naradadi Rishi Munis, they chant Sankirtitani, Parigitani. They sing, they chant the great deeds, Mahanti Karmani, like the Srishti, like the creation of this world, and so on. So the Naradadi Rishi Munis, they sing the great mighty deeds such as creation, maintenance, and annihilation of this world of the Lord, of Swayam Bhagwan Shri Krishna. So please tell Bruhi to us about all this, to us who are Shraddhavatam, who are Shraddhalus. We are Shraddhalus. The Shaunakadi Rishis are saying that we are not faithless, we are faithful. So please narrate all this to us. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, one more. Atha, okay. Everyone is getting right.
Yes.
What about Mahaprema Mataji, Charutta Mataji?
Yeah, I'm getting it.
If you have anything, you can also ask. Athakyahi Harir Dhiman. So this Anvaya session every time is just something we do in the class. So no homework, no memorization here. So you can relax in this time. But of course, you can pay keen attention and try to figure out sandhis or whatever you do in the grammar part. So it's like a practice session. Athakyahi Harer Dhiman Avatar Katha Shubha Leela Vidhatah Swairam Ishwarasya Atma Mayaya. Hey Dhiman. Dhiman is Matiman, O Suta Goswami, who possesses intelligence, literally. Who is intelligent? O intelligent Suta Goswami. Atha Anantaram, thereafter, Atma Mayaya, Nij Ichha Rupaya Shaktya, Chit Shaktya, Yoga Mayaya, Swairam Swatantreena Leela Jagatsthiti Arthe Bhuvar Haranadi Rupa Vidyatah Kurvatah Ishwarasya Harehe Bhagavad Shri Krishnasya Shubha Shivadah Avatar Katha Purusha Leela Avataranam Katha Akyahi Bruhi. So after, so O intelligent Suta Goswami, after you tell us about, all these things, about all the Ansha Avtaras, Purusha Avtaras and Guna Avtaras, having described all those list of Avtaras in detail. Now, then after what you do? Please tell, narrate the pastimes of the Leela Avtaras and the Purusha Avtaras. Okay. So please tell the pastimes, Katha, the pastimes of Purusha and Leela Avtaras, which are Shivadaha, which bestows auspiciousness, Shiva Da, of Lord Sri Hari, of Lord Sri Krishna, who Kurvataha, who does, what does he do? Who does various kinds of activities, or he performs various types of pastimes like Bhubhar Haranadi Rupaha. Like he, for the sake of the maintenance of this Jagat world, Jagat Sthiti Arthe, he takes away the burden of the planet Earth. Bhu Bhar Harana. Harana is taking away. Who takes away the burden of this earth for the sake of maintenance of this planet. And is he forced to do so? No. Swairam Swatantrena. Out of his own will, he performs such pastimes. And he performs such pastimes through his Atma Maya, which is his own energy, his internal energy though. Yoga Maya, Chit Shaktya. So Nija Ichha Rupaya Shaktya. So this energy of his acts according to his desires, his wills, and is known as the Chit Shakti, the internal potency, Yogamaya. So this is the meaning.
This is Swatantrena. Tantrena would be the fifth case, no? Through his will.
No, this is third case.
Tantrena. Instrumental.
Instrument.
And Tantrena would mean like his own desire or something?
No, Swatantrena by his own will.
Will. Okay.
Yeah.
And then when you said Bhuvar Harani Dirupaha, where is the word? The burden of the earth?
Yeah, here.
Earth.
Bhubhar Harana.
Like you took the word burden from
For
where?
Bharat.
Okay, so Bhu would be earth, Bhara, the burden, and Harani to take away, no?
Yeah, Harana.
Acha.
Like Chira Harana. So Chira is cloth and Harana is taking away. So taking away of the cloth. So like
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
I wanted to stop here, but the next slope is very nice. Why? I also want to do the next one.
Very well.
This is Swadu Swadu Pada, really nice. So we'll do this one. Even. Vayam tuna vitripyam uttama shloka vikrame yat shrinvatam rasajnanam swadu swadu pade pade. Just 1 minute. So yad vikramam shrinvatam shravanakarinam rasajnanam rasikanam. So those listeners, shravanakaris, who are rasikas, we had discussed what is rasika in the third shloka. So rasikas are those who are first of all well aware of the knowledge, the science of the rasas, and they are also on the stage of experiencing a particular rasa. Not all the rasas, but a particular rasa which they feel themselves into, which feels native to them. So such are rasikas. So those listeners who are rasikas, they, uh, what do they feel? Pratipadam pratikshanam va aswadanam swadutapi swadubhavati iti sheshah. They feel bliss. They feel nectar at each point of time they listen to the Katha of Sri Hari. I explained one principle, one thing. I will try to explain it here. If anyone had read commerce in their school days or after that, so there is one principle, utility principle. Has anyone read about utility principle in the school?
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so utility could basically be defined as level of satisfaction. Now there is one thing which is uh, decreasing marginal utility. And there could be one thing which is increasing marginal utility. Now what it is, for example, I'm hungry and it's prasadam time now. I eat my first chapati. So after eating the first chapati, I get a certain level of satisfaction, which is known as utility. So let's say I get a utility of 10 points. Now my hunger is a bit, you know, satisfied, satiated. Now I'm less hungry. So now when I eat second chapati, I get a utility of 8 points. When I eat my third chapati, I get utility of 4 points. When I eat my fourth chapati, I'm fully satisfied. So it's the utility level gets to 0. So this is decreasing marginal utility. As the level of satisfaction is, we are fully becoming satisfied. So utility also is decreasing. So now at the consumption of each more unit, the level of utility is decreasing. Now, speaking spiritually, when we listen to one Harikatha, we achieve, let's say, utility of 20 points. When we hear, let's say, second Harikatha, so in a genuine case, if we are hearing genuinely, then utility will increase. So it will 40. Similarly, 60, 80, 100, and so on. So this is increasing marginal utility. So similarly, the rishis are saying that at consumption of each new topic about Lord Krishna or his incarnations of Vishnu Tattvas, we are not satisfied. Rather, our appetite to hear is increasing further and further. So pratipadam pratikshanam, at every step, at every moment, it becomes aswadanam. Swaduta api swadu. It becomes swadu, tastier than the tastiest. Like that, literally. Uttarottaram madhuryam udgiyati iti bhavaha. That uttaram, as the topics move ahead, as the topics roll on, so the content becomes madhuryamay. It becomes more sweet and sweetest. Adhuna atishayana shravana ichavashat tasmin. So therefore, with a great desire to hear about the topics of the Lord, tasmin uttama shloka Vikrame Vayam tu na vitripyama. So the sages are saying that, O Suta Goswami, we are also not satisfied. Vayam tu na vitripyama in the topics of Uttama Shloka Vikrame, in hearing about the glories, the pastimes of Lord Uttama Shloka. Ut,
Udgachati.
yeah, Ut Udgachati Tamaha Yasmat Sa Uttamaha. So now Uttama Shloka Vikrama is being glossed here. Uttama means Ut Udgachati Tamo Yasmat Sa, by which Tamoguna is dispelled. Udgachati means which is dispelled, removed. So by which Tamogun, darkness, ignorance is dispelled. That is Uttama. And Tatha Bhuta Shlokaho Yatra Yasyava. And such Shlokaha, such Yashaha, such glories belongs to whom? He is known as the Lord. He is known as the Lord, means the Supreme Lord, Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu. And his Vikrama, his Guna Leela Kathada. So we are not satisfied.
What is Vikrama?
Vikrama here is Guna Leela Kathada. In his Guna Kirtana, in his Leela Kirtana and so on. Leela Katha, Guna Katha. The pastimes of his qualities, sorry, the Katha, the narration of his qualities, the narration of his pastimes and so on.
Okay.
So, Sadhu Sadhu, Pade Pade. Okay?
Yes. Svadu would be? Svadu?
Swadu is tasty. Literally, it would mean tasty.
Okay.
Swadu.
Na visheshena bhavama.
Anye tu
Alam is enough.
Yes, alamiti na manyamay. Like, okay, means Sutta Goswami may narrate few chapters, few topics, and he may say, okay, is it enough? So then they say na manyamay. No, not enough. You move on. You know, alamiti na manyamay. This is enough. We do not accept this phrase. This is enough. In case of the pastimes, the kathas. Basically, there should not be any limit in the narrations of the pastimes of the Lord. Okay, anything else here?
So I missed the adhunati shayena shravanechavashat.
Adhuna means
Shravanechha is desire to listen.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I missed this adhun.
Adhuna means currently, now at this point. Atishayena is excessively. Shravana Ichavashat. So with an excessive desire to hear. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you.
So the word Vikrama literally means like bravery or strength or something like that, right?
Yes, Vikrama literally would mean that. But here it's like modified and glossed as Guna Leela Kathado. So literally it would mean that, Vikrama. Anything else here? Otherwise, we'll stop for today. And please prepare, revise the Sandhis. We'll have test next Saturday. And next Sunday we'll begin the new chapter. So,
Okay, and from like all Sandhis we've seen, all sutras we've seen, like from 1 to 88 will be tested, or specifically one of those.
what is that, Prabhu?
Which sutras will you test, like from 0, like from the beginning of the book till 78, or like this?
86.
Uh, I will test all, like Sangya also.
Uh-huh.
Sangya also, because they are important. It's not that I want to, give a hard time to you, but because we have to go a long way, so they are really important. So please,
Yeah. No. So
please,
it will be like you will put the Sandhis like today's exam, or written, or how would it work?
it will be a written exam. It won't be like today. Today was just a practice session. So
Uh-huh.
it will be there. It will be a written exam. So I will let you know. So you be prepared.
So are we expected to memorize the sutras as well as solve the Sandhi Vicheda?
I will not expect you to write sutras. I will just notice the final forms. But unless you memorize the sutras, so I mean, it's really impossible to solve the sutras. So, yes.
Acha. Okay.
So I don't expect you to write the sutras, but unless you memorize and okay, this sutra works like this. So it becomes.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I can explain the sutra, but I haven't memorized any yet. So.
It's simple like this. I will give you like Hare Yukta Riti, and then you will have to bring it like this. Whether you write sutra or not, doesn't matter to me. If you can bring from Hare Yukta Riti to Hari Riti here, then full marks. Means the application. If you cannot bring like this, whether you write the sutra or not, then means need some more practice.
What if we did one step and not the next step? Like, suppose in this example we did Hari Riti, but then we didn't do the Hari Riti.
So we just get half marks.
Okay.
Because it's just halfway.
And so next Saturday's entire class duration will be test, or we'll do something else?
The test will only be for 1 hour. And by the way, I have the question paper ready. So it will only be for 1 hour. So then we can study Anvaya, or we can even stop. Whatever, we'll see. But next Sunday we'll start new chapter. That's for sure. Okay. So see you next Saturday. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
You're better from your illness?
Yes, almost.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. Yeah.